day was winding down at dusk, and the fading sky all brown with rust called all beasts alive and roaming to cease creeping and sleep. But I alone prepared myself to enter the fray, to walk the path, that lengthy way, the war, the wrath, the sinister fate which my unfailing mind shall unflinchingly relate. I call now upon the eternal muses, the highest intellect to help me through this, and upon my memory which wrote down everything. Now your power will manifest again. I began to speak. Poet who guides me, please look right deep inside of me and inquire if the required strength resides in me prior to entrusting me with this giant scheme. In your grand poem it was written that Aeneas, the father of Sylvius, while still living, travelled to the underworld, flesh still intact, and went there and back with all his senses intact. In fact, God, the enemy of all that is bad, extended that grand honor to that man, Aeneas, considering the effect he would have, who and what he was in the ineffable plan, which cannot seem unworthy of respect to all sane and intellect, for he had been selected and ordained in empyrean heaven, sole and alone, sire and father of the empire and noble soul of Rome. And furthermore, that exact city-state, to tell the truth, was actually established to take its place as the holy and sacred seat of the church, the successor of great Saint Peter. And during his march into the depth of the earth, the glorious journey you expressed in your work, Aeneas heard prophecies which came to be of his victory and of the nascent papacy. And later Saint Paul was called to the same walls and came forth to restore strength to the cause. This faith which faithfully maintained is the greatest source and sole path of salvation. But me? Why would I be chosen? Who would ever say that I was appropriate? I am neither Paul nor am I Aeneas. Not I nor anyone would ever believe this. For these reasons, if I relent and agree to embark on this journey, I honestly fear that lunacy infuses this enterprise and quest. But you are wise and know me more than I can express. And just like those who change their minds and take back a wish they have previously designed, and at the mercy of tides in their emotional core, withdraw from all they'd begun a moment before, forlorn, I did exactly the same. Standing upon that dark hillside I became fretful and stressed as thought after thought divested me of all bold intent I'd initially possessed. If I have understood your discourse right, the shade of that great poet replied, then your heart and spirit are now eclipsed by a most ignominious cowardice. Now this is very often the source of obstacles that buffet a man off course from a noble quest, just as animals scare and cower from shadows that aren't even there. Step near and allow me to make myself clear, and you will free your heart of fear as I relate the tale of how I came here, and the words when I first grieved for you I could hear. I was among those shades without tears who remained suspended when now appeared a lady so beautiful, blessed and inspired that when she called I begged to attend to her every desire. Her eyes were shining the same as the sun, and then so lightly in her native tongue she began to speak and address me alone, her voice employing the most angelic of tones. O noble and courteous man to in spirit, whose fame in the world remains undiminished, and which shall endure within it without limit until the very world is finished. A dear friend of mine, though no friend of fate, has landed himself in a wretched state upon the dark hill, and in terror shakes, tempted to turn from the path and step away, and may have already strayed so far that I fear I have attempted too late to offer him succor or help him with aid, given all I have heard of him in heaven of late. Now go to him, make your ways converge, bring to bear your ornate words, and whatever else he needs to be safe, and thus console my fearful state. I am Beatrice. I am Beatrice, who bids you to hear this. I came from and shall return to the dear bliss, and the force which moved me to speak herewith was the love divine that shines peerless. When again I am before God in his presence, I shall be sure to praise and frequently mention you and your carrying out of this grand deed. Then she fell silent, so I began to speak. Lady of divine virtue, who defines the word true, and to whom the elevation of the entire earth is due. For through you humanity assumes a higher position than the nearest heaven, the moon. In truth, the order you gave me is so pleasing to me that had I already obeyed it without hesitation, it would be too late as for me to carry out your wish you need only state it. But please enlighten me as to how you deign to descend to the center of such burning pain, leaving behind the vast and eternal plain to which you yearn to return again. Seeing as you so sincerely desire to know the reason why, briefly I will show, she answered me, why I am not afraid to descend here and enter this place. The only things that should ever cause us alarm are things that could genuinely cause us harm. For the rest, the contrary is clear. That which cannot hurt us causes no fear. I am made and created by God in the mercy and grace and name of our Lord, in such a way that the misery that pervades this spot taints me not, nor do flames even make me hot. There is a most gentle lady dwelling in the very highest position in heaven, and whom the situation that I've been telling grieves so much that up there harsh judgment is swelling. She went and sought Saint Lucia of Syracuse and said, the one who has held a faithful light for you now has need of guidance from you. I will choose therefore to entrust his life to you. Lucia, the enemy of every cruelty and haste, went away and came through to the place where I was sitting in contemplation with wise Rachel, the lover of Jacob. Beatrice, said Lucia when she came to our spot, you who are the essence of the praise of God, why do you aid him not? He who loved you so, and in loving strayed from the flock. Do you not hear the pitiful depth of his cries? Can you not see imminent death in his eyes? Can you not see him drowning in the tide on the floor of an ocean that is dried? No one in the entire world has ever run so rapidly and urgently towards some advantage or away from some peril to come than I did immediately when her words were done. So I have come down here and left the sanctity of my holy seat so blessed, trusting the words and honesty of your text, which honor you and all who hear its depth. Then immediately after she had said these words, she turned and I could see she wept, as her eyes shone then even brighter, which made me try to speed my arrival. And I came straight away from the fire to find you, exactly as she had desired, and I have rescued you from that terrible beast that prevented you from ascending the peak. So what is wrong? Why do you delay? Why is your heart so craven and afraid? Why do you wait? Why are you paralyzed? How can you not have a brave appetite when at this very moment in paradise 3 ladies of the court are standing by, watching over you and holding candles bright, and with my own words I have sworn to satisfy. And then just like the flowers that bend low and close frozen in nocturnal hours, but when illumined by the sun's shower of light stand upright and open, showing renewed power, so did I also fight back my exhaustion, stand upright and feel great courage coursing through my heart, imparting such new purpose that I burst forth and spoke like an intrepid person. I give thanks for Beatrice, her compassion, love and charity, and her swift actions in calling you Mantuan, and for your reactions in acting without delay to obey the words she had to say. You have inflamed my heart with such fire and raised my desire for this entire adventure together, for when my spirit was tired, your words inspired my intent from the mire. Now let us hasten our departure and go, for henceforth one soul will charges us both. You are my leader, Lord and Master, I spoke as he moved off and I entered the wild and dark road.